What's a rich people thing that rich people don't know is a rich people thing. Growing up, my family used to make a single pack of spaghetti last 3 days. Mom would cook half on Monday, save some noodles for Tuesday's soup, and stretch whatever was left into Wednesday dinner with canned tomatoes. So when my college roommate Jake invited me home for Thanksgiving break, I had no clue what I was walking into. The flight alone should have been my first warning sign. Jake bought my ticket without even asking the price. When I tried to pay him back, he laughed and said his mom told him to handle it. I thought he was just being nice. Then we landed and this black car was waiting for us. Not like an Uber, but an actual driver in a suit holding a sign with our names. Jake acted like this was totally normal. I'm sitting there trying not to touch anything expensive while he's texting about dinner plans. The house wasn't a house. It was basically a small hotel, 20,000 square feet, indoor pool, movie theater with those leather chairs that recline. Jake gave me the tour like he was showing me around a regular place. Oh yeah, this is the library, and that's the wine cellar, and here's the guest wing where you'll stay. Guest wing. Like I needed an entire section of building just to sleep. At dinner that first night, his mom asked me about school costs. I mentioned how me and 2 other guys split our tiny apartment for $1,200 total. She literally gasped like I told her I lived in a cardboard box. Only $1,200 for 3 people? Are you sure it's safe? She kept asking if we had security, if the neighborhood was okay, like poverty was contagious. But then Jake said something that made my brain short-circuit. Wait, rent is monthly? Like you pay that every single month? I thought it was like a yearly thing. I started laughing because obviously he was joking, but his face was dead serious. He genuinely had no idea how rent worked. Later that night, Jake asked me how much normal people pay for water. When I said around 40 or 50 bucks, his jaw dropped. I thought water just came with the house, like electricity. I had to explain that utilities are separate bills that come every month. He looked at me like I was speaking a foreign language. The breaking point came during Thanksgiving dinner. We're sitting at this massive table using steak knives that probably cost more than my weekly grocery budget. Jake's going on his 3rd plate of food, just piling it on like there's no tomorrow. Then he says, completely casually, honestly, I think everyone could afford stuff if they just worked harder. I almost choked on my turkey. Here's this kid who's never paid a bill in his life, never worried about rent, never counted change for gas money, telling me that poor people just don't work hard enough. I wanted to grab him by his expensive sweater and drag him to my hometown just to show him what actual struggle looks like. But the weird thing was, Jake wasn't trying to be mean. He was just genuinely clueless. When I explained that some people work 2 jobs just to afford rent, he seemed shocked, like he'd never considered that people might not have money just sitting around. His mom noticed I was getting quiet and asked if everything was okay. I mumbled something about being tired, but she kept pushing. Finally, I said, it's just different, you know? Growing up wondering if we could afford groceries versus growing up in a place like this. She got this sad look and said, oh honey, we're not rich. We're just comfortable. Their house had an elevator. They had a chef who came in 3 times a week. Their garage was bigger than most people's entire houses. But in their world, this was just normal comfort level. Before I left, Jake's mom packed me this huge care package for the week. Imported pasta, expensive chocolates, a bottle of wine that probably cost more than I spent on food in a month. She was being so sweet, but it just highlighted how different our worlds were.